terms of actual government-sponsored or professional association-sponsored bans on change-oriented therapy, I really don't think there's a strong basis for that is grounded in empirical data. I mean, I think it is much more grounded in political interests, advocacy interests, you know, understanding some of the hardships that those who have struggled with same-sex attractions have been exposed to, wanting to be compassionate. But it really is, it's not compassionate to ban something on basis of misinformation or a lack of information at the very least.
People base the idea that reparative therapy is harmful upon some studies that have been strongly questioned. They have come from gay researchers who are against the idea that people can change, and they claim that change is not effective based upon their own desire to not change. It's really an unfair judgment, and it's a very biased group of people asking the question and asserting harm. What they should be doing is asking people who have actually experienced change, is it possible? And those who are in the process, indeed, is it harmful? When those questions are asked, change and lack of harm have been found. So the bias is clearly visible. It's a politics version of science that has been asserted at this point.
I think it's sometimes hard to debunk the myth that persons are born gay, because sometimes these attractions can be very difficult to deal with in life. And so a way of rationalizing it and explaining it and justifying the behavior is saying that there's no part of my involvement in this activity. But any activity based on innate desires involves a certain degree of human choice. We're not simply biological robots. We're not the sum total of our biological urges. We're people with minds and reason and spirit, and we have the capacity to lead lives that are sometimes counter to desires that we experience. And we even have some ability to be able to manage impulses and even to receive therapeutic help, renewing our minds in such a way in which we can experience reduction of intensity of the urges or even altering of the urges to some limited extent. Ultimately, people want always to justify what they want to do, when they want to do it, with whom they want to do it with.